Londinium. It'd never really been in my top 5. I'm from the left coast of the new empire. But I went to visit my love. And so I got charmed by that city. It does look a little repetitive. This is kind of a nice clean home zone neighborhood. Notice the camera up there. All of the neighborhoods look alike except the council housings are a little bigger, but it's brick, brick, brick and the same. You know, because rebuilt after World War II. And CCTV, those cameras are everywhere. So everybody is on camera 300-400 times a day when you leave your door. And there's a lot to see. Those CCTV guys are probably really interested down there in the bunkers because there's every kind of human possible rolling the streets of London. Of course, I had to go check the British Museum out. That's the largest booty and plunder house in the world. It's huge, it's immense, it dwarfs you. This is just the cornice that's on top of it. And judgments aside of where it came from, they have one of the finest and free to the public collections on the planet. Venus and the Greeks, super favorites, just amazing sculptures. They have some of the oldest stuff there. This is Sumerian, back in the day as it were, the oldest. And it always talks about war. We keep coming back, there's little flashes of beauty, but it comes back to war. And in this piece, it's men and women, animals, just a lot of ass kicking. And this goes back about 4,000, I think, 4,500 years. And you can go to any country in the world, you can go to any continent, you can roll down the Africa Isle, roll down, of course here, Egypt and ancient Greece, and you're just gonna find a lot of slash and burn. Of course, you know, we searched it out and you can find a lot of love. You see the classics that are, you know, passive, Socrates, Achilles, and weirdness with the centaurs, but you can find the love. Asia is obviously the sexiest. It's closest to my heart and fabulous. And you can't go to a city without going to its center, and Trafalgar is a pretty famous center. The square's been packed for all kinds of stuff. Concerts, protests. Back in the day, Parliament's around there. I was there during Guy Fawkes Day when he got hung for not burning Parliament. But it's an amazing confluence of all the people that come. It's in the central there, so it's people actually that, you know, live in London. And of course, they got the falconer, which is a little bit of controversy because the Save the Pigeons or Trafalgar Pigeons people think it's ruthless, but I didn't see him let him kill any pigeons. I think, you know, he just feeds them and more just herds them around. So I can't make a judgment on there. I don't want to offend the Save the Pigeons people or say that I think it's cool, but you know, he's got a weird little job. Yeah, the shepherd dog, the raptor, and it's in a very busy square. And just watching it trip other people out is kind of fun. There's some amazing sculpture there. There's a couple of new things. It's Mark Quinn, who's kind of freaky. That's before the guy. And then that's after Falcon Man. So it matters what day you see this one on, what this sculpture looks like. And there's the classics, of course, the 4 British lions around the Egyptian obelisk. Cranes everywhere, changing the skyline of London, so the antique will still be there, but there's about 150 cranes at work in central London alone. And that shot of the eye and the bridge, the Trafalgar Square across the way is what the new London is. The Dolly Museum is one of the few you have to pay to get in, and it's way worth it. It's a huge collection of Dolly stuff, and man, he was a freak. So New London's going to be sparkly, mixed in, of course, with still the old London, because that's not going anywhere. So it's going to be these two views mixed together in a little circle. And the cool thing about London is you don't have to have a car. I got hooked up with a bike, but the transport, besides being, of course, for us that aren't British, the cute red double-decker buses, but there's the tube, there's trains, you can hoof around. It's an easy city really to get around. There's not many street signs and Londoners get lost. Everybody carries a map. But that's how you get to meet the people. The double-decker bus obviously is a great vantage point to just roll around. Just ride at one end of the line to the other. So you kind of feel like you are in a little tour guide, get to hear a lot of different voices.
Let me see if you want to come and sit down there now.
Yeah, man. That's the Brixton type talk. And was my favorite neighborhood, along with some of the Brick Lane and sort of the Hindi neighborhoods. And because you get the vibrance, you get every kind of people there just coming to London, that sort of fresh energy that immigrants bring any country, any city. And all the foods of the world, man, because everybody's got to eat. And that's where you can roll through any market. I don't care. I'm a vegetarian, but man, I just like rolling through this where people are buying their food, caring about what they eat. You get to listen to the different accents, the different languages. Goat meat's on sale, by the way. But as always, really what affects the traveler may not be the monuments, the attractions, or the shows, but it's what the peeps brought to it. And Londinium has that, a thread of every style human on its loom. And that brings that special thing. You get to taste those foods and hear that music and rub up against those people. And it's an amazing mix. There's just a few mega cities on our planet where this is going on, and London's one of the oldest, and it's also one of the freshest and newest. And that's what's going on there. And it'll always be a leader. And some of my British Empire conditions and judgments were dashed, and some new stereotypes came up. And one of them that's, you can't put one face on London. It's all different kinds of faces. So it does have the face of history, but it's definitely got the face of the future.